the 2 early dungeons, which is either going to be Vanilla 3 or Vanilla 1, and seeing what after they get their sword. Of course, that's the first thing. But 1 or 3 is the play to see what's there.
Now, do you have a preference on which way you like to go? Do you like to go to 1 first, or do you like to go over to 3 first?
I do 3, just because it's quicker, and I can check this shop that Alan is checking on the way.
See, I like going 3 first, but what I tend to do, though, is I kind of get in that trap of wanting to go 3, then through the grave up to 6, and then the Armos. So it kind of like pulls me away from level 1 for a little bit if I go 3 first.
Yeah, I tend to prioritize the Armos with every seed in general, even this one. So for me, I do like to hit the Armos as fast as I can. I'll do 3, and if it's kind of a nasty dungeon or something that's big, then I'll bounce pretty quickly and up an A and head over to 1 and Armos.
Yeah, that kind of is my path too. I'll check 3 first, then I'll kind of scramble up and check 6 and then Armos. And if I have bombs, I'll go up to level 9. Speaking of level 9, we have level 9 and level 3, so not going to be able to do much there. Fryteeth is going to level 1 now, and so is Alan, so both going away from that grave check early. Gonna get some early money here, though, on Fryteeth's side.
Yep, I love this play for Fryteeth. Getting this medium secret here, that's going to help him get the candle if it is in the Forgotten Spot shop. That's a place that's a little hard to get to, and it's not nice to go back, so it's definitely nice to have enough money once you're...
Yeah, that one secret is kind of something that a lot of people, I don't want to say forget about, but very mislook. It's really quick to check right at start. It's just a really quick medium secret, so it's definitely nice to pick up right away. We do have level 3 at level 1.
Yeah, that's a great find early. 3 is a dungeon that I will definitely full clear, assuming that there are no blocks.
So you say no blocks. Would you consider a combat block as well? Like if you go in here, it's packed with wizards. Are you going to leave, or are you going to try to stick it out?
So I guess that would depend on how many wizrobes and what else is in the room.
Like we just saw wizrobes and Lionels. Hi, wizrobes and Lionels.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like a combat block seed for sure. But I mean, with the sword beams here, it's going to help you. But you're in that river room, so I'm not sure that this is one that they're going to be able to do much in. Now the Lionels, I think you can do with sword beams, no problem.
Yeah, especially since you can kind of trick them if you go on the right half tile, as you see Alan trying to do here. If you send one half tile to the right-hand side, north to south, they can't hit you. That goes out with anything like fire projectiles. So you can kind of game the system a little bit.
Yep, and we do have a staircase here, so let's see what's in it. And it's a transport. So we have a segmented level 3.
Yep. So that kind of tells me that most of the levels 1 through 6 will be segmented in some way, because once you have 1, it kind of feels like most of the others do as well.
Yeah, I mean, since they share a map or the grid, if you have a segment in there, then that means that something's taking that place probably. So I tend to agree with you. Once I see a transport in 1 or 2, then I'm just going to assume that 3 also has 1. And Alan looks like he is bouncing out of.
I mean, that's not like verbatim. It's not guaranteed that all of them will have segments, but it's more likely than not, I would say.
Alan maybe just trying to farm some bombs here off this red darknet. He's going to go back in and respawn, it would be my guess. And Fryteeth finds the compass out of reach.
It looks like we are ladder blocked here in level 3, though, because given that it is level 3, levels 1 through 6, you should be able to get the map relatively quick without having to bomb too many walls, if any.
Oh, and Alan takes an unfortunate death right here outside of vanilla level 1, so he's going to head back to start. Fryteeth, meanwhile, is going to head over to the Armos and Forgotten Spot check props. One HP on the red levers, that's nice.
See if our candles here at the Forgotten Spot. Fryteeth's going to give that a quick check for us. And it's not just some expensive bait and some okay keys. May mark that down for the keys, but probably not going to come all the way back up here for him. That's kind of damaging to have level 3, which is one of those smaller, easier dungeons usually. knock on wood, being fully water blocked.
Oh, definitely. And now this, now Fryteeth knows what TheAlanHeffley knows, that the blue ring shop, the vanilla blue ring shop, is the one that we need to get to.
And speaking of vanilla, we have our vanilla power bracelet in the vanilla power bracelet spot, so it's okay. Gets us around the world map a little bit early. 5 minutes in, not the worst thing to find. Probably hoping to get a little bit of combat under your belt, maybe like the red ring or white sword, something that will help you move a bit faster.
Definitely. For me, after we found vanilla 3 was level 9, and then especially getting the power bracelet, as soon as I see that power bracelet, I'm going to immediately head over to Spectacle Rock, and I'm not going to check this vanilla 6, which we find is actually 6, until later, because I can go there so much quicker with the power bracelet.
Now 6 is going to be the biggest dungeon other than 9, most likely. 8 could be close to tied with it, but as far as 1 through 6 goes, and usually 7, 6 will be the biggest of those set.
Yeah,
so Fryteeth
not even dungeon.
Yeah, Fryteeth's are gonna say goodbye like right away and come back later.
Yeah, shape 6, blue Lionels, that's a nope.
And seeing those Lionels, we know most likely Wizards are gonna be there also.
And Fryteeth now should know that he needs to go to the blue ring shop to get his candle. Looks like he is heading over to the warp zone, or maybe he's going to head over towards the coast and get his heart.
Yeah, he's going to take the back road here and probably check out Vanilla 2 and then probably loop up to where Vanilla 5 is. Question in chat about how to keep track of items. A lot of people use what they call Z-Helper, some people use Microsoft Excel. Really depends. A lot of people take paper notes. Just kind of depends on what you're used to.
Yeah, I use a combination. The Z-Helper is helpful for tracking a lot of things, and then I also need a piece of paper because if there's a combat block or something that I don't know that I can track on Z-Helper, so it's a good combo here. And TheAlanHeffley has found a bomb wall with some orange wizrobes, and he's clearing out this room, maybe looking for bombs. It's not going to drop anything.
Yeah, this 5 dice room, that will only have a drop in level 1. So you know if you see it in levels 2 through 9, you don't need to bother with it. We do find level 1 at Vanilla 2, really nice dungeon to find.
Yeah, this is a great dungeon. You got 3 items in here, 2 on the floor, 1 on the stair. Should be pretty easy as far as number of rooms, not necessarily what you're going to find in.
The one thing to note though is level 1 does tend to eat keys quite often. So going in here with 2 could be a little bit troublesome. We'll see how Fryteeth handles it. And that is our 3rd Wizrobe dungeon already.
Yeah, the Wizrobes are not playing nice. And Alan is taking another death here to the blue Wizrobes. At this point, I feel like you got to bounce out of 3. Try to find something else going.
Yeah, that's one thing to do with our randomizer that you'll see a lot of veterans do. If they go into a dungeon like this that is just a little bit too much right off the bat, they'll take off and come back later once they're a little bit more equipped, maybe with like a red ring, maybe that white sword, or in some cases just a lot more hearts, just to make it a little bit more efficient.
More blue Wizrobes staring at him here.
And now saying that, this level 1 has 3 items, but it's also a Wizrobe Hive. So it's kind of that situation where do you want to leave 3 items in level 1, or do you want to try to deal with the Wizrobes? Fryteeth does grab his Triforce. We'll see if he goes back in or not. I'm thinking he is going to head out.
And you are correct. He is out of there.
Have a nice medium sticker here as well. Gonna pick up this one, and he'll be able to grab the blue candle now whenever he decides to go over there and pick it up.
Gonna pick up another heart here, bringing him up to 5. So he is probably going to be able to get the white sword item if he wants to, but one more heart is needed for a guaranteed pick. And Alan is once again out of bombs, so he is trying to farm off of this red dark net here on this screen, and unfortunately takes another death. It's going to send him back to the start.
About to have a look at our white sword item on Fryteeth's side. We'll see what it is. Isn't guaranteed to pick it up quite yet, but he gets heart news. That's just a heart. So, well, he can. So he can pick it up at least 5. But if he wasn't able to pick it up, it wasn't going to be the end of the world. You're not going to come all the way back up here just for heart.
Nah, definitely not. Way out of the way. And the heart containers are nice because they get you closer to the magical sword, which right now he's well on his way to getting, but that's definitely an upgrade you're going to want with the wood sword, unless they happen to come upon the white sword. And Fryteeth finds level 7 up here in the vanilla level 5 spot.
That's kind of one of those mixed blessings about level 6 being at vanilla 6. With how big it is, that's usually one of the dungeons that people tend to go to last, right? So, knowing that the magical sword is right next to level 6, and 6 is a wizard hive, they might be checking that more often than not in this seed, just to see if they can get it before going into that level 6, considering how big it is.
Let me see, the gels have rolled up in the seed, which is never fun. Nice compass find for Fryteeth. As Alan is working his way back over here to find level 9.
Well, we have a easier levels item enemy set. Sorry, I can't speak tonight. On Fryteeth's side, so this is actually a dungeon that, even though it's a little bit bigger, he might tend to stay here and dig out both items, just given the fact that the combat isn't going to give him anything that's going to be too hard to kill.
I agree. I think that sometimes 7 is easier than you would think in shapes too, depending on what 8 eats up as far as the grid, since 7 and 8 share a grid. So 7 is worth a dig for me, especially since you've got these ults go down in one hit. And he finds the map early, which always helps. And there you go. That's a nice map and a heart container in the stair for Fryteeth.
Now, he does have a white item now. And he's not far from the Triforce. Now, is this a situation where you do just get that Triforce and run? Because you don't want to have to look for a floor item.
Yeah, it's tough, though, because you've already bounced out of 3 and 1. So, and you're up here all the way kind of out of the way. So, what are you looking for? You want to find 2, maybe, dig that if that's an easy dungeon. But eventually, they're going to have to start finding a raft. They're going to need a recorder. They're going to need a bow. They're going to need silver arrows. There's still a lot of items missing.
And looking at their keys, Fryteeth, oh, hello, ladder block.
Yeah, and they're going to need a ladder.
But looking at their keys, Fryteeth is now down to 0. Alan just is sitting on 1. So that's also going to might come into play.
Yeah, I think he's going to explore this chimney part of level 5, or excuse me, level 7. Hoping to find the ladder. That way he doesn't have to come back up here.
And we got squishy skeletons, which is nice.
Yeah, these the Stelphos and Gibdo. Oh, it takes an unfortunate death there to the Beamos right before the bomb had a chance to explode. But as I was going to say, the Stelphos and the Gibdos, as Fryteeth has had enough of level 7 and he is out of here. He is looking for greener pastures. Probably going to head over to Spectacle Rock now and see what is under what should be Vanilla 9. As TheAlanHeffley is coming up here to Vanilla level 5, he's going to check the shop here next door, which he already saw earlier. So I think maybe he was trying to see if that one had bombs, or maybe just couldn't remember what was in it when he checked it the first time. With these flags, the shops themselves will change what the items are, but the shops that in the vanilla world have the same items will have the same items in this randomized world. I'm not sure I'm explaining that correctly, but there's basically an A, B, C, D shop. and whatever's in shop A is going to have the same thing in all of its locations.
For example, we know that the shop that is in the Forgotten Spot will be linked to the shop that's southeast of Vanilla 2, for example.
Yes, exactly. And we've got Fryteeth taking an unfortunate death all the way on the screen on Vanilla 9, and TheAlanHeffley was not able to pick up his heart container on 4 hearts. So we know that was a 5 heart maximum, or not a maximum, but a 5 heart needed to get that item.
Yeah, this seed hasn't been pleasant for either one of them yet. They're both getting a little bit of a runaround on this enemy set.
Yep, definitely combat heavy here at the beginning. I think Fryteeth is going to head up here and get his candle, and then check out what is under the vanilla level 8 spot. Hopefully we will find level 2 or level 5. Level 5 is nice because it has a lot of keys, which he needs right now.
Now, would you want to find a level 8 at this point, considering it has 3 items, and given what the enemy set is?
Yeah, for me, I think any of the dungeons they find are going to be better than what they've already seen. That's the hope anyways. Because you've already found 6, you've already found 7. So 8 might be big, but you know that there's going to be 3 items there. So unless it's, you know, Wizrobe City, and Alan takes another unfortunate death here in level 7. But yeah, for me, I think the level 8 check is a good one. But eventually they're going to have to dig some stuff out of some of these dungeons. We know it's not 3.
See what our large secret is by Fryteeth. And it is a... Ooh, that is painful.
Oh man, so blue ring is going to be a little tricky to get. If you get all 3 large secrets and stock up on some mediums, the blue ring is the thing. But that is almost as low as it gets. 55 is, I believe 50 is as low as it can get. So that's just 5 more than the minimum.
Yeah, you're correct. It is between... Oh, hello, level 4 under the burn bush.
Yeah, level 4 is okay. I would be fine with finding level 4. That one's going to be on the small-ish side. And it's not like level 2. The thing that's kind of stinky about level 2... hopefully he can bomb here, as we got another key block. The thing with level 2 is you got to clear all the rooms because it's going to be a floor drop. At least here in level 4, if you find a stair, that might be your item. Now Fryteeth is going to try a trick here and do a pirouette where he's going to re-enter the dungeon to see if it would... If there was a bomb wall there, that would have opened up. And he can do the same thing here. But yeah, exactly. He's going to go to the right and open it up to see if there's...
And it's not, so he is going to be key blocked. So again, keys are going to be an issue, and we have rather puny secrets, so this could be an interesting case where that money making it, for example, that's right next to start. That might be in the back of the head. Oh, hello, any key taunting.
And speaking of the keys, he has all of the keys just right outside of his reach. So we already knew we needed the ladder, so that's the one thing that's nice, is once they get the ladder, all of their key problems are going to be solved. At this point, I would make the long walk back up to whatever was under Spectacle Rock, since that is our only dungeon that is yet unexplored.
So would you say right now that the ladder is going to be a key issue?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yep. I had to do it at least once. I mean, TGA's in the crowd here, so we had to go throw at least one point out there for him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Fryteeth does have the power bracelet. In chat, we saw that. That is that was our Armos item today, so that was picked up almost right away. And Fryteeth needs to be careful here on this screen with these blue dark nets.
Now, if you're Fryteeth, are you hoping for 2 here, or are you hoping for 8 here?
Well, I would have been hoping for 2 because it's small. And unfortunately, he got 8. But the nice thing is there's 3 items and there's 2 staircases. So depending on what you're going to find, you know for a fact that there's 2 staircases with 2 things that will hopefully help you out. I mean, even if they're hearts at this point, you can go pick up another heart on the overworld, and at least you're that much closer to getting the magical sword. This room we know won't drop anything. This maze room only drops in 4. Oh, that's a nice early find for the map. It's going to be hard to get, but okay, there we go. Unfortunate death there with these blue Lionels. This is a bad Lionel room here, but I would maybe use some of my bombs just to get to that map, because that is that's going to really help out his exploration.
But again, we just saw Lionels. You know it's paired with Lionels, right?
Yep, that's why I never have a problem with... I mean, I like to use bombs in combat anyways, but these guys are bomb droppers, so you're probably going to get some of them back.
Oh, I meant wizards, but yeah, bombs too.
Oh, yes. Yeah, as we saw earlier, the Lionels and the wizards like to pack together. So this dungeon set is really not the one for him. As making 7 seem nicer, although we were ladder blocked in there in the Triforce. It might be worth trying to go and get some there was... Oh, here we go. He's doing a nice trick. Oh, nice. Okay, so he used the candle to burn himself, to give himself enough iframes in order to get the map. And then, of course, died right away. And that map is ugly. I do not really want anything to do with this, but he doesn't have much of a choice at this point, especially because of how far it was to get up here.
And you know you have to kind of get past this part of the map to get to that lower section. He almost gets sniped, but gets through the hole just in time. We do have a staircase.
Yeah, I'm guessing transport, but hopefully this is going to be something that's going to help him out. Oh, man. He's going to pick it up, too, which I think I would as well. This has been such a nasty seed. This, if nothing else, this is going to help with the Lionels. And there's plenty of enemies now that they've rolled down that potentially you can kill them with the boomerang hit. As TheAlanHeffley is over here picking up a small secret over in the forest.
And we know that darkness are in the overworld, so therefore we can actually use that boomerang a little bit more efficiently in the seed.
Ooh, the red Lionels rolled up a little high. They took a bomb hit and just kept going. But yeah, you can see the work right here. He's hitting him with the boomerang, getting him to stun, and then he's going to finish him off with the wood sword. Check this staircase, hoping that it's something that he can use. And he got some bombs. Oh my gosh, you have got to be kidding me. We've got the bananas right on top of each other. Oh my gosh, this is awful. And a Patra that he's locked in here with.
And more key blocks too.
Yeah, regardless of what this guy drops, he's not going to be able to do anything with it because he doesn't have his ladder, so he might as well up an A out of there. What a disaster. This 8, the only thing that's left is the Triforce and the floor item, and that map is just nasty. As TheAlanHeffley has found level 1, and he has some keys, so it'll be interesting to see if he's able to find the stair item or dig something out of here. This might unlock the seed. And we see the red Octoroks do go down to a boomerang hit, so unfortunately they're not bomb droppers, but at least you can get some hearts.
There's a heart one screen to Fryteeth's left here in the burn bush. We'll see if he goes to pick that up or not. Some people like to save that one for the late game potion.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I would have. It's almost like the way I think about it when I'm in a seed is you need to get like a snowball like rolling down a hill. Like I need something. That's why I don't mind the boomerang pickup, because it's something. At least I have something in my hand. Picking up hearts at least feels like I'm doing something. Fryteeth is going to jump back into this level 3 and maybe try his luck with some bomb walls. We did see on TheAlanHeffley's side earlier in the game that he was able to find a bomb wall. I think all he found there was more whiz robes.
See, but you see the banana here, the boomerang, helping Fryteeth quite a bit. It's an item that is somewhat looked down upon. But in a seed like this, where you've just had combat block after key block after combat block after ladder block, like you said, it gives you something. At least you can do something at this point. And how much will it help you? We don't know, but it's already helping him with the Lynels, so it's definitely worth that 10-second pickup.
Yeah, definitely. I actually like boomerangs. I know that they are somewhat looked down by a lot of the. It's kind of funny. People are either like really into boomerangs or really not into boomerangs. There's not really a whole lot of in between. I guess I'm that in between. I like them, but as Fryteeth finds, the unfortunate news that it's just more blue wizards here waiting for him. But as I was saying about the boomerangs, I think that they are a very useful item, depending on how you can use them and depending on the enemy set.
My general theory on them is I'll pick up the one I find first, unless it's like 50 minutes into the seed. I don't absolutely need it. Like if I have the wand by that point, if I have the red candle even, if it's not going to help me, I won't pick it up. But the first 15-20 minutes where you're kind of struggling and looking for stuff, whatever one I find first, I'll grab.
Yeah, I agree. Now, if you find the banana first and you're walking past the magic boomerang on the floor, do you pick up the upgrade or do you walk?
At that point, I already have one, so the other ones aren't going to do anything for me. So I'd try to just pass it.
Because then you're going to be in a room, in a moat, and you're not going to be able to reach the item, the bomb pickup that's on the other side of the room. That's why I actually like the magic boomerang better, just because it has the full range of motion. The wooden boomerang, most people prefer, seems like, because you can fire them faster. It comes back to you faster because it doesn't go as far.
Yeah, the thing with the magical boomerang is if you miss your target, it's going to take quite a bit longer for it to come back to you than the wooden boomerang, so that's kind of where the debate is. So if you, like you said, throw your banana and it comes back a good, like, 3-4 seconds later, I mean, that's kind of time you're just waiting.
Yeah, you just have to not miss. You got to get better with your banana tossing.
Well, you say that. You say that, but when you throw out a bomb, it goes through the bomb to the other side of the room.
No, I know. I'm just messing with you. And you were right. Fryteeth did pick up the heart here, and he's picking up this medium secret. I would not be surprised if he goes on a secret run, gets the couple of larges, and gets that blue ring.
What he could also do is he could save. There's a money-making game one room to the left of where you start. At this point, with the way the seed has been, I might save my game, open that up, and see what my money values are. Just because of how quick it is to get there, and see if I can actually just game the money-making game into giving me the money I need.
Yeah, it's true. It's a great point. It looks like he had keys, so he's actually he's going to save his key, which is great. So he's going to go find a key door that he was blocked out of. And since he saved it, if the key door doesn't do anything for him, then he's going to be able to do a retry and go back to his one key. Great strat here for Fryteeth.
I mean, it looks like these two runners are struggling, but these are two veteran runners. I mean, they have both been around for quite a while. Fryteeth, a winner of multiple battle royals, and TheAlanHeffley has been in pretty much every tournament we've had. So to see them struggle a little bit is kind of interesting. It's just a matter of what the seed has given them. It just hasn't been a pleasant seed.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of the randomizer, is that anybody at any given point can win, lose, struggle. It's a mixed bag, and he's going to go right back into 4. This was that one key door that he couldn't get into. This is a great play. We haven't found anything in here. He has no idea what's next. Hopefully this drops a key.
I mean, it is the measurement 4, so.
Okay, we can bomb perhaps because he still saved his 2. Okay, well, he's going to go back to start here with his 1 key and go find another dungeon. Maybe he's going to go back to 1. Or we'll just have to watch to see where he's going.
I mean, there's a certain wrestling company on right now that has a pay-per-view tonight also, and I think they are kind of getting that same SmackDown feeling at the moment of this seed, just not giving them any luck.
Oh yeah, and at this point, I mean, if this is me and I'm 30 minutes in, and I basically have I mean, on Alan's side, I don't even think he has. He's about to pick up his blue candle, which is is going to get him into vanilla level 8. But on Fryteeth's side, you've got 1 Triforce, you've got a power bracelet, and your best item basically is the magic boomerang. I think that you're looking pretty frustrated right now. I don't have their streams pulled up, but I bet that they are rolling their eyes at the seed.
Or stringing together a series of events that are not set on Randomizer here.
Yeah, perhaps that as well. Yeah, this is a family show, so we certainly won't be saying them. Sees his Dig Dogger again in level 1, which you can't do anything with.
Now, this feels like the kind of seed, though, is once he does find that ladder and he gets at any key, it very well could be that kind of moment where the seed just falls apart and he just starts flying.
Yeah, that's the best feeling for me, is a seed that's been kicking your butt this whole time when all of a sudden you're staring at it and you've got your wand and your white sword and your red ring, and then all of a sudden you can just go to town on these people that have been hurting you so much. And we saw a 5 rupee on these orange whiz robes. So that means that Fryteeth has killed 10 enemies in a row because they don't normally drop that rupee. And then he got the bomb drop right after that, which is nice. Now he's got this nasty room. Maybe he's going to take him out with some bombs.
You know, the wizards themselves are bad enough, but I personally consider these corner turrets the absolute worst thing in this game.
Oh man, I hate that. I back out of the room so many times. I did that in my seed last night twice. When you're getting in that door, it can be tricky. If you go just too far, then you can go out of the room and it resets everything that you've done so far. He does get a key here, so maybe you'll be able to explore it some more.
Hey, more keys. Seed may be finally being a little bit kind. And Alan is in level 6, gonna see what he can do here. Corner turrets and central turrets and Lionel's not a good thing. Stay a while and listen. No thanks, old man. I don't like you.
And Alan takes another death. So it's going to be really interesting to see which one of them pulls out an item first, because Fryteeth is over here in 1, Alan's in 6. Either one of these could pick up an item that'll really unlock the seed.
Oh no, 3 bombs per wizard. That is just cruel and unusual punishment. It looks like they have the full 12 HP. They just got 2 sword shots too. That just didn't die. Alan, unfortunately, having a bit of a run around level 6 also.
Yeah, that's a really tough room with the BMO statues in the center with the blue Lionels, 2 shutter doors. It's just at this point, like, what else are you going to do? You have the blue whiz robes in 1, you've got the Lionels and the whiz robes in 6. It's like, pick your poison.
Yeah, unfortunately, the whiz robes 1 here. Now, 2 keys, whiz robes. Do you go back to level 4 now? You can go again a room further.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I think since I would do what Fryteeth is doing personally because he's here, so we might as well try to clear this out. And eventually, one of these rooms is going to drop something. These guys are so low HP that they're so easy. So eventually, he's got to have. Oh my God, more blue results. This is really tragic. He takes another death here. That is a bad room too with those blocks. It's really hard to get around them. These guys are just getting no breaks whatsoever. Alan's going to go back up to Spectacle Rock here. Hopefully he can get past the Dark Nuts. And Fryteeth is going to burn his key to see what's in this room. And it's a key.
And we know the room south of that is that lovely wizard room.
Yeah, although I think the approach from the north might be a little bit easier, but is it worth spending your only key to go in?
I don't know, just considering how hard keys have been to come across, but yeah, you're not getting through that room at the moment.
Yeah, I just think that if he uses his candle strat again and he comes from the north, he might be able to sneak in there to that other side. As Alan is back in 8, and he finds the same room that Fryteeth was able to clear with the candle strat. He takes an unfortunate death as well. This is going to be one we're not going to want to see the death counter on this one at the end of this seed. That's going to be it's going to be a very high number.
Yeah, I think it's kind of safe to say that the poop count is starting to rise on both of their sides.
Yeah, most definitely.
And Fryteeth makes a break for it. He gets through the door.
Oh man, that was nice.
See what's in here.
Nice
hi.
Oh, okay, of course, but that's okay. At least, oh, he doesn't have any bombs. Okay, but this room will probably drop because this is Aqua. He's gonna up and out. I don't blame him. But that room is almost always a drop. It seems in level 1. That's the Aquamanus room. So that's definitely worth a clear. Maybe he's gonna get some bombs and go back. Because of the Lionels that were there at the front, you can reset the room possibly, and if the blue Wizrobe isn't the master enemy, then he'll just be left with Lionels.
And the sad thing to say is Lionels are the easiest enemy in that set. Because like I said earlier, you can game them, you can kind of half tile them. When they're a room like this, that's kind of a pain in the butt. You can't do much. But Alan does get his map, so he can kind of work his way around a little bit more now in level 8 here at least. Finds out he has the bomb south in that line over him.
Yeah, now he knows, oh, I need to go right back into that room I just left with my 1 bomb. And they take 2 hearts damage every time they snipe you in the knee, so he is unfortunately going to head back to the start of this level.
And Fryteeth is going to dip into 6 and gonna see the lovely enemy sets and plaguing them both this whole seed.
Yeah, I don't mind this play. If he gets a heart from one of them, he's gonna get his sword beams back, and he's got this boomerang which he's making nice work out of. This, of course, I cursed him a little bit there, but he's still doing good. You might want to get in the middle. Oh man, another death. If he gets in the middle if he's able to push the Lionels around a little bit so that it clears out the center space, he's going to be able to avoid the beams by standing in the direct center there.
Alan,
the beams of the statues, not the Lionels.
Yeah, Alan finding out that his prize level 8 is going to be a boomerang, and he's probably going to one step room south and see the open circus and be like, okay, another item. Oh, wait, it's a boomerang.
Yeah, boomerang. Yeah, except he's going to have to farm some bombs first before he's able to do that. I did like the pause when he saw the magic boomerang. Got a question in chat about the large secret. It was 55 for this seed, so very low.
Yeah, it's the kind of seed where even if you do gather all 3 large secrets, you still don't have enough money for a blue ring. And do you even want to use your money on a blue ring at the moment when you know you need keys?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would at this point, especially where you know the any key is and you know that you need the ladder. You know, we haven't really seen an opportunity to command a key yet, but you know, knowing that that's in your back pocket, and knowing just how brutal this seed has been as far as combat goes, I am filling up. I'm gonna pick up every single medium secret, every single large secret, and I'm gonna go buy that ring.
Yeah, I think I would personally game the money-making game at start myself, just because it's right there.
Yeah, that's a good play, and it's worth a look, especially because you can see what the plus or minus is. As Fryteeth's actually going to do some farming here in the grave. This is a nice strategy. He's gonna populate all of these Guineas, and then when he kills the master, they're all going to die, and then they're in the money-dropping group. So as you can see, he unfortunately only got 3 rupees out of that, but they do drop 5 rupees as well. So this is it's not a bad play. Fryteeth's going to pick up this large secret here. And then there's a medium secret to the south and west of him here if he wants to pick that one up.
And he does have the power bracelet, so he can get up to the casino corner and grab the one that's up there if he chooses to.
Yeah, the power bracelet makes that really nice because that's kind of out of the way spot. It's not really easy to get to. And he's going to kill... So he got a bomb drop, and then he immediately killed the red dark nut right after. I don't blame him for anything that's going to happen right now because 40 minutes in and the seed's been really rough. It's nice to have your to know the global counts for when you're going to get bomb drops. They're going to drop on the 1, 6, and 8 for the global. So if you get a bomb drop, you know that you're either at 1, 6, or 8. So you know you're not going to get a bomb drop immediately thereafter unless you kill somebody else. But at this point, I think that they're both doing great just to not be completely tilted because they're 40 minutes in and it's just been so rough. As Alan is going to explore some more of 8 here and hope for the floor drop. He does find a key here with some orange whiz robes. These are going to be good because they're going to drop bombs, which he...
Yeah, you kind of want to try to keep your calm and don't let the seed beat you. Don't let it make you make bad plays. No, you're in control of your character, so you got to make that kind of mindset of... excuse me. The seed can't beat me, I have to beat the seed.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like golf or something else where, you know, you really have to, the calmer you are, the better you play. I know for me, when I first start playing a seed, my adrenaline usually goes up, and so my screen scrolls and block clipping is really, it's a lot harder. So it's kind of like that when you're really frustrated, it's going to be the same thing that you're going to be thinking about that last thing that you did. Fryteeth finds the blue ring again, so he knows exactly how much he needs to farm for money to get it if that's what he wants to do. So we find a Goma here, an 8, something else we can't do anything with, and a shutter door with a whole bunch of Lionels in a maze room. That's great. And Alan takes another death.
Fryteeth going back into 7 might not be the worst of plays. We found out that he does have 1 item, but if you can actually do something here and find something, a decent second item, even if it is a floor drop, at least it's something for him at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's running out of plays, honestly. And I think the last time he was here, he was in this room when he took an unfortunate death. So he doesn't know what's... right away, we got a staircase. So he's perhaps going to be really happy and really upset at the same time because he could have been in the staircase 20 minutes ago.
Well,
he got
the staircase item already. He's looking for a floor item now.
Oh, you're right. It was just a heart then.
Not having anything for us.
He's going to go ahead and take the transport, see where it takes him, and it takes him just on the other side here. This little smokestack. It kind of looks like a chimney with some smoke trailing out of it. So he's gonna follow this trail and see where. This enemy set is way nicer, so I think this is the right call here to be in 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Until it gives you a heart, which might happen, given where the seed has been.
Yeah, or book would be even worse. At least a heart you can use. Gets another key, so now he's doing pretty good on keys. I think 3 might be the most that... they both have 3 right now, or 4 now for Fryteeth because he's found another one. 7 has been very nice with the keys. And Alan is exploring more of this 4, so we're about to see something that we haven't seen here. As we find the bomb upgrade is 117. Probably not going to get that with the way that the money's been on the seed, although he can afford it if he wants. And he's going to pick it up. It just gives him 2 extra bombs, unfortunately. But that's not nothing. And there are a lot of Wizrobes here that we've seen. So, you know, those 2 bombs might help him out. As we see a Gleeok here. And he's going to bomb up and see what's above him. 2-headed Gleeok is a lot easier to handle than the 4-headed variety. So I think this is a good attempt here to clear, especially because you got to clear something.
I don't know if I would spend my money on a bomb upgrade at this point, just given what we've seen so far. But I mean, bombs are helpful, but you kind of want something back other than 2. And the Gleeok unfortunately went.
Oh man, he was so close too. He almost had it. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I love bomb upgrades, but for me personally, my combat is not as great as some. So with the way that the seed is going, I probably would have been already trying to buy a blue ring purchase. So if I hadn't already, plus you don't know if you're going to need the wooden arrows. You know, it might have worked out for him. It could have been +6. In which case it would have been really a great combat advantage for him. It's just unfortunate the way that turned out. You know, it's one of those things where if he didn't get those 10 rupees right away, probably never comes back and never thinks about it. But then once you get those 10 rupees, it's like, okay, why not?
I mean, he's okay on keys, quote unquote. He's got 4 now. I would probably go back to 4 at this point if he has to lose level 7.
Yeah, if I'm Fryteeth, I'm stubborn, so I'm going to go back up and go to that top corner and see what's above the Gleeok for sure, and give him another go, because I know that he can take him out. Fryteeth is a really, really capable runner. Just, you know, now we're already 46 minutes in, and he's, as both of them have, just had such terrible luck so far that it's going to be one of those things, like you were saying, where you kind of have to recenter yourself. And you know, it might not even be a bad thing for them on their next death, if they die again, which I'm assuming they will, just to kind of take a quick little break and recollect yourself. I like to do that. If I'm really struggling, I'll walk away and try again. And he's going to fill up on some bombs here, I think, with these Dodongos.
Put the control down, pet your cat or something, and go back to it in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you said, like, don't let the game beat you. Oh, here we go. We have progress. TheAlanHeffley finds the recorder in 4.
All right, that's huge for Alan. We'll see what is on the recorder lake, at least, if it's level 2. And 2 has been good for us, so that's a huge pickup for Alan.
That is a huge pickup. And we know it's going to be either 2 or 5, I believe, is the only other dungeon that we haven't seen.
Alan, unfortunately, finding the Bula and Mola, though, and taking a death in the forest. So we'll see if he decides to go back in and go try to get past them at this point.
Yeah, I think me personally, I think I'm noping out of here immediately, and I'm gonna go see what's in Recorder Lake, just because everything else has been so awful. So maybe in my mind, I'm thinking that maybe that's the key to the seed, as it were. And here we go on Fryteeth's side. We've got some Keith, which rolled up. He's not able to kill him with the boomerang. I would not be opposed to bombing Keith in this situation with.
Yeah, 1 sword hit. So I mean, they go down to 1 hit. Well, that's going to help him immensely. That's a red ring.
Okay, there we go. Forget the blue ring. That's why he bought the bomb upgrade, because he knew the red ring was here, just under some. Okay.
That's going to help his confidence immensely now. He'll be able to
absolutely
live quite a bit longer in these dungeons.
Absolutely. It's really interesting because I think Fryteeth, even though he's got the red ring, he's still technically behind just because of progress. Alan has the recorder, but Fryteeth now is going to clear. He's just going to be a monster now, and he's going to totally attack this seed. So he's going to find everything pretty quickly. I think he's going to turn this around.
Looks like he's going straight to level 4 too, so he'll grab his recorder if that's where he is indeed going.
Yeah, I think 4's the play. Now that he has 4 keys, you know, you're going to be able to get whatever you can get out of there.
Yeah, so he is indeed joining Alan level 4. We'll see what our second item is here. This just got a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I just expect Fryteeth to completely turn on the jets here and just really go to town. Not able to do anything in this room, the T room. You can clip in there with the ladder, but they have not found the ladder yet.
Down to 2 keys again though, so we gotta be careful, a little bit careful of what we use. So that's why I went to the open door instead of going to the locked door right away.
Absolutely. Resource management is really important, especially early on in the seed, but really even late game. You don't want to run out of keys or bombs in 9, or really any dungeon, deep in a dungeon, and have to up A out of there. And arrow rupee management can be important too. Have you ever gotten to Ganon with no rupees?
Unfortunately, yes. I could bomb out of his room though, so I was able to bomb out and get rupees in the room right next to him.
Yeah, so I had never done that before, and I think, I'm not sure if Fury's still in chat, but our last Battle Royale was a co-op, and I went into Ganon's room and had no rupees. We had already lost at that point, so it didn't matter, but it was like one of those things that I was like so frustrated about. As Fryteeth picks up his recorder here, so that's great. So Fryteeth is definitely in the lead now, obviously. He has all the same items that TheAlanHeffley has, and also has some jewelry.
So if you're Fryteeth, you're 52 minutes in, you found a recorder that you could have had probably a half hour ago if you had 1 extra key. What is your mindset at this point?
Oh, I think I'm so behind if I'm him. I kind of always feel like I'm behind in basically every seed that I play, but especially now, 40 minutes in. Oh, gosh darn it. Yeah, it takes another death to these blue amulas. But yeah, I would definitely be sweating bullets now finding that recorder, because who knows what's under Recorder Lake. He's going to go back in here. He's got 10 bombs, so between his red ring, 1 candle hit, and his bomb capacity, he's going to be able to take out those blue lamolas and see what they're in. I don't believe TheAlanHeffley was able to get past that room, and I don't believe we saw the floor item for him either.
No, Alan saw the lamolas and left. He didn't deal with them. We can kill this Dig Dogger now if we choose to.
Yep, and he is, which we perhaps are going to see another really great use of the boomerang is in the Dig Dogger babies, which is exactly what Fryteeth is doing here. You can stun the babies and then kill them off a lot easier. You just got to make sure that you keep hitting them with the boomerang.
Yeah, the reason why that boomerang works on those is while the Dig Dogger is a boss, the baby spawns are not. The game considers just them normal enemies. Therefore, they're still going to be kind of weak to conventional means. Alan getting the Triforce out of 1 ties up the Triforce count.
Yeah, that's a good point. And like you were saying, that since they're regular enemies, that means that they also are in the regular enemy shuffle, so they can roll up or down as well as the other enemies, which is +2 on this. The same goes to the Patra orbits, except they obviously you can't use a boomerang on them, but they are affected by the plus or minus enemy shuffle instead of the boss shuffle.
And the other thing to know about Patches is if you kill a Patrite, the orbital, and leave the room and come back in, the Patra will still be there, where if you kill one of the little Dig Dogger heads and leave and come back in, it'll be dead. So it's kind of like reverse logic on that. Okay,
here we go. Alan is going to be very brave and attempt this room, this really nasty room, and he's doing a good job so far. This is one room that we have not seen a drop in, that we know drops.
I would kill these 2 reds and run and lock the room, and he is doing just that.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely.
Great play.
And Fryteeth is getting these blue lamolas to business again, so hopefully we'll see what's past this shot. Okay, so that's great. He got rid of 1.
And even 1 blue isn't great, but it's manageable. You can deal with 1 blue whiz, no problem.
Yeah, for sure. Not my favorite enemy to be locked in with. Unfortunately, we got a ladder block here on Fryteeth's side. And the blue lamola did roll as the master enemy, but that's okay. If you kind of get their pattern, you can get 2 sword hits in and then kind of disappear for a little bit and let him do his thing, and then 2 sword hits and let him do his thing, and 2 sword hits, and just kind of keep your distance from him. The hard part is when he phases like that. Otherwise, they move kind of like a knight in chess. They move in a pretty standard pattern. So you want to get away from them, but you don't want to get too far away because that's when they start phasing around like kind of crazy.
What I try to do is I try to stay to their backsides because they usually don't turn around, go the opposite direction. They'll always almost move forward.
Yeah, staying back behind them is good. Also staying over the tile. Oh, and we get just the map, which is not nothing, but is not what he wanted.
So our recorder gave us level 5. We'll see what is in level 5. Meaning our raft is level 2.
Yeah. So 2 is probably going to be potentially their one of their last ones to go to, just because we haven't seen it yet. We do have the map now in 1, so we're able to see if he ever... Here we go. We're going to get a look. Okay, so there's some stuff up there at the top that he hasn't explored at all. We do find the other bomb upgrade in 5, which Fryteeth obviously is going to not... Even if he had the money, he wouldn't spend it, I don't think, for 2 more bombs. And more blue land molas, of course.
Yeah, that's our route entry into level 5, coming in from the left into a watch room with land mola. And that fairy just taunting you. You want it? You want it? Oh, nice use of the boomerang, picks it up.
Yeah, this boomerang so far is the MVP of the seed.
That looks like Missing No from Pokemon. Oh, hi, book. That's helpful.
Oh, that is not at all what he wants to find. Oh my gosh. Other than this recorder, we found the red ring too, so that was a good quality of life item for sure. But so far, this has not been a nice seed to them. I mean, the good news for Fry is, at this point, you've seen the book, you've seen both boomerangs, so you know that everything that you get from here on out, even if it's just a heart, every single item you get is going to be helpful. It also makes it easier for clearing rooms because you don't have to be worried about standing in the center of a room and accidentally get the book.
And there's a compass that we can't get.
Yeah, it's just out of reach. You can get close, but you can't get there. So with one of the glitches, you can clip into moats and rivers, just like you can clip into a block. But because the hit box for compass and Triforce and all those things is at the top, you're not able to actually get that compass where it's...
Wow, and an enemy set that doesn't want to break our face. We just have a tame gorilla set here in level 5.
Oh yeah, he's loving the... this is the one time that he's going to be very happy to see blue gorillas.
Because even though gorillas are probably one of the more aggressive enemies in the game, they just kind of like turn on a dime and just smack in the face with their boomerangs. At least with the red ring, it's just going to do a quarter heart damage.
Yeah, I generally, I don't really mind gorillas. I find them to be of the quote-unquote nastier enemies, as he's going to pick up his Triforce here in 5. But as I was saying about the gorillas, it's one of the Lionels and gorillas I like because you can kind of do that half tile trick that we were talking about earlier, and they also are able to be stunned, so a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Now he's going to go back in and see if we can get this staircase item. Notice he just needs a staircase, so he's just going to go room by room until he finds the touch-up staircase.
Alan finds the raft in 1. It is all the way up there at the top, just sitting on the ground. So all we needed were some keys. So that's huge. That potentially is huge, because who knows what 2 has.
Now, if you're Alan, do you cash in your draft right away, considering where it was?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to get the other item out of here if I can. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, though, since I've got Recorder and Raft already. I know I'm just a bow and silver away and a ladder. I'm going to see what I know that... because Alan hasn't seen Recorder Lake, so he knows that it's going to be either 2 or 5. So I'm going to hit both of them kind of in the same little jaunt. And the Raft is going to be first, because if he's like me, I'm going to up A, and you're going to get to the Raft spot first, and then work your way over.
And we have our staircase item here in level 1. Let's see what it is.
Yep, this will be something useful for sure, because we've seen everything else. At the very least, it's going to put him at 6 hearts.
And it's a heart. So not what you want, but
Not what you want.
you won't say no to it at this point, being 59 minutes in.
Definitely not going to say no to a heart, but definitely not what he was looking for. So he already has the Triforce out of here. He's pulled the raft. He's found the staircase item. I guess he's looking for the final floor item.
Fryteeth seeing that his staircase is going to be in that upper little edge of the map.
Yeah, it's like the cowlick or something on whatever this little guy is. Alan is chasing this Dig Dogger baby with just his wood sword. Not sure if he knows that he can use his boomerang, but he gets it. So that was a nice fight there. I think that the baby's rolled down.
Fryteeth trying to avoid the leg, gets swallowed up instead. Now it's just sort his way out of it. Gonna go up to the north, and this should be our item here. Gotta get some easy bombs first, though. Why not?
Yep, that's a great trick. If you stun the Dig Dogger, oh man, 5 is definitely worth. He's getting his ladder here. Totally gonna unlock the seed. Now he's got all the keys. As soon as he gets over back to the coast, yeah, it's looking like Fryteeth's taking a commanding lead here. He's gonna go back to 1, I think, to get his raft because even though he has the Triforce out of there, you know, he might not go right away because he has the Triforce, but I think it's worth checking out just because you know that there's 3 items and you know it's small-ish.
I think he's tired of being key blocked. He's gonna do the world wrap to go across, get any key. Then yeah, he's probably gonna jump back into 1 himself.
Yep, definitely. This is a good world wrap here. For those of you that are kind of new to screen scrolling, not really going to talk too much about the mechanics of it, but basically you get 5 pixels away and you do a 1-frame tap and you're able to get to the other side. The key thing is with that one is Fryteeth picks up as any key, is that particular screen will take you to the other side of the world. That's why we call it the world wrap. And if you miss it, then you're unfortunately going to get sent back into the Lost Woods. So a nice trick is if you do the 1-frame tap and you swing your sword, if the sword comes out, then you know that you didn't do it right. So reset and swing your sword until you don't see your sword. And that way you don't get sent through the maze. And TheAlanHeffley is going to immediately cash in his raft. So he's got to hope for bow and silvers in here, or maybe a white sword wand combo, something that's going to really help him get an edge on Fryteeth, because Fryteeth is in a commanding lead at this point. He's back in 4 now that he's armed with his ladder, so we're going to find out what the other item in here is and get his Triforce.
We know it's not going to be, if it's bow or silvers, that's kind of like the only things that we know could be still here that could help him quite a bit, but yeah, at least he'll have peace of mind and to know where to go next.
Yeah, he's still looking for the raft. He doesn't know where that is. And at this point, wand and white sword I am not turning down at all. That would be a great find.
No, you're going to want to upgrade your combat as much as you can. Not going to find much in this room. That could be the 4-drop, I guess. But, yeah. You're going to try to get those combat items still. And nothing doing in this room. I'm going to move on and go south.
Yep, and we knew that wouldn't be the staircase because that is a shutter door. So if you're new to this, you can if you're looking for a stair, you can avoid clearing rooms that have a shutter door because they will never be a push block. Finds the map in level, and a free Triforce just laying on the ground. And I think he just got turned around a little bit because he was just in that room.
Yeah, he's gonna keep looking for items, try to upgrade his combat. Hi, Goma.
Yeah, nothing you can do with that Goma.
And that's possibly an old man room. Because in theory, you should be able to bomb down in four.
Yeah, I think that's confirmed because it can't be Zelda's room, which would be the only other one that we can't bomb down into. And we've got a four-headed Gleeok here in level 2, which unfortunately takes down TheAlanHeffley. He needs to get back to 7 and get his red ring if he wants to make hay, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of a situation where the stigma of level 7 might be kind of biting him a little bit. But with the Eniki in hand, Fryteeth is just going to go blowing through these key doors. And a heart.
Yep, he's not going to turn it down. He's going to go get it. It's going to take him to 9 hearts, which is 1 step closer to Mags. Can't check it yet until he gets 1 more. But he knows where some hearts are on the overworld if he wants to go get some. I think that he has the Monocle Rock heart still. And then once he gets his raft out of 1, if he gets his raft out of 1, that's 1 more container heart that he can get.
Did he get to 1 on the coast? I don't think he did. I don't think either one of them have gotten out of the coast heart yet.
Yeah, I can't remember. I thought that he did that at early game, but maybe you're right. Maybe he didn't.
We thought he was heading out that way, but remember he jumped into the any road.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. So he did get the 1 in the burn bush on Candle Row, but otherwise he's got 3 hearts, 2 of which are accessible to him right now. He's going to take the long way back over here to level 7, which I think he pulled the red ring out of here. Still missing the Triforce because it was ladder blocked, so he's going to go ahead and grab that while he's here.
Yeah, so he's just doing some cleanup at this point. He's done so much in like all these dungeons where he just needs to do a little bit of cleanup and find a couple more items. But he's going to clean up what he can and then go back to new stuff.
Unfortunately, walked past 1, so that tells me that he's not heading back there for a little while. He does have the Triforce and he has the Recorder, so he can head back to 1 at any point he wants to. So I guess if you're Fryteeth at this point, you're still missing 3, which was ladder blocked, so that would probably be my next move, is to go there. And then 8, because it has 3 items, and then go mode 6 and try to find both silvers and raft along the way. Oh, of course. Of course, as soon as I said that, he's going back to 1, which is the right place, so that's good.
Yeah, we know he has to go north. Gonna take out this dig dagger. Gonna use his boomerang again, boomerang MVP as you said. And then we'll see if he goes north or he goes to rooms that he's already seen. He may go north just given that it's new territory for him.
Yeah, I would. Although he doesn't have a map, so he doesn't know kind of what the shape of the dungeon is. And he knows that there was all these blue wizrobes over here that he didn't do anything with. He's got a lot more firepower now with, or I guess I should say more defense with his ring, and his heart count is significantly better. So he's going to clear this room, and we didn't actually see this room clear, so this is probably just going to be a key or something. And then I think it's the next room that he wants to clear that had the map, which will tell him to go north, which had all the items.
And there's your key, as you were saying. He is going to go to the right, and he'll find the lovely collection of wizrobes and vinyls. Not a bad room, though, with the red ring, so it shouldn't take him too long to clear it.
Yeah, definitely. This room is a piece of cake compared to the one that he just did, but he has significantly less health this time. Alan finds the Triforce is laying on the ground there in 2, and he finds the wand, which is not really what he wanted, but that's still a great pickup because that's going to completely enhance his combat. It's going to double the amount of damage that he's able to.
It's just going to be able to allow him to just shred through these Lionels, too.
Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't help him with the wizrobes, but with the Grias, with the Lionels, it's a great combat weapon. I love finding the wand, just because the hitbox on it is kind of broken. It's kind of crazy what you're able to do. You can hit people that are above you, behind you, kind of all around.
There's a big debate in the Discord over the summer of what the best Armos item was to find. For me, it comes down to either the any key or the wand. So yeah, I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, early wand is great because not only do you do double what a wood sword does, but it's also a ranged weapon, which is really great early, or any time really. But the thing about the wand that really the only thing about the wand that's not great is it doesn't do anything to Ganon and doesn't do anything to Wizrobes.
Fryteeth going to do some battle with some blue wizard again. Takes it out, gets the map, sees where he can go now.
I tend to agree with you, though. I think I would probably prefer actually like ladder on the Armos item, just because I know that gives me another item, and it's a useful item itself. Because then, you know, if I find the ladder and the coast item is the wand, then it's like 2 for 1.
Yeah, I see your point. For me personally, I'll get more tilted over being key blocked out of places. That's why I see the any key than I would with combat. So I tend to not like dealing with keys. So the earlier I get the any key, the better for me personally.
Yeah, any key is always a great find early.
Alan going to Recorder Lake, gonna dig out this one now. And he'll be very happy to see his ladder here, I'm sure.
Yep, absolutely. So he is now in Act 5 on his screen, which is going to be the place to be. That's going to give him the key and the ladder, which is going to unlock all these other dungeons. And Fryteeth is out of bombs, unfortunately, so not able to bomb north there, which is really unfortunate. That was the raft room that he needs to get to, so he needs to respawn those orange Wizrobes, I think, and then just keep going to town on them until you get your drop.
Given he needs 3 items there, he's not leaving until he gets through that door.
Yeah, and they're pretty close to start of the dungeon, so this is what I would do, is just keep upping until these guys drop some bombs.
And there's 6 of them, so you're at least guaranteed a chance at bombs every pass. It's not one of those rooms you only have 2 or 3. You'll get your bomb chance on your 3, 6, and 8 count on your global.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the 3 is actually a clock for the bomb droppers. I think it's 1, 6, and 8.
Yeah, you're right. 1, 6, 8.
But here he goes. He's gonna get his raft right here. So now he's probably gonna dig the other items out of here, even though we know that they're not gonna. Well, they might help him actually, because they're gonna get him closer to magical sword, which, as you said earlier, they haven't cleared 6 yet. So he's got to go right by there. You might as well check.
That's another lovely wizard funhouse.
And for me, as far as the mags check goes, if I've got white sword, then I don't bother with mags unless the seed is just completely dreadful, or I'm guaranteed to get it and I have to go by there anyways. Otherwise, I'm going to roll with the white sword.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. I'm even okay with wood sword if I already have red ring and enough hearts, but I won't go out of my way to go pick it up.
Oh yeah,
if I'm right there, I'm right there. So you might as well take that 10 seconds.
Yeah, if I have red ring, then I'm not checking it no matter what, because I'll just grab a potion probably, and you can stun lock Ganon and get your 15 hits with the wood sword, and know that you can take a couple hits and you'll be fine. Fryteeth finds level 2 here in the raft spot, so he now has access to all of the dungeons. Nobody's gone back to 3 yet, so we're still not sure what's there. We're still missing the bow, we're still missing silver.
Fry will be happy to see his wand. That's just going to speed him up even more with that additional damage the wand can do for him.
Yeah, that's going to be huge because sorting down some of these enemies like likes and Gibdos just takes a long time. But the wand, as you see on Alan Heffley's side, and something like this four-headed Gleeok, if you have a wand, it's just going to be so much easier. Finds his compass. Just going to tell them that there's a lot of rooms up north for him to get to.
It's always a bad feeling when you think you cleared the last enemy in a room and you touch a wall and it's just, oh hi, wall master. So kind of should double think of like what other rooms in the dungeon you didn't get a job of that may have had a wall master.
Yeah, the wall master troll can really get you, especially if you find a clock. If you find a clock in a mixed enemy room, and it's worth, I think, kind of cheating to the wall a little bit and seeing if something pops out of there before you pick it up, or at the very least, getting back in the room just to see if there's an enemy there. The thing that gets, oh, speaking of wall masters, Fryteeth gets grabbed here. It's going to send him back to the front of this dungeon.
Yeah, just wall masters doing what wall masters do, just give him a hand out of the dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. Just to finish my thought, the thing that gets tricky when you're leaving a room is if it's a Zol or if it's a Vire that splits, when you leave, it's going to automatically repopulate an enemy. So something will come back. It doesn't necessarily mean that there was a wall master. But now he knows. Now he knows to be on the lookout for these wall masters. So something I always like to debate with myself is what is the worst enemy in the game? Like what is like just literally your least favorite? As Alan Heffley here, he finds his ladder. He's gonna be very happy to find that. It's gonna unlock everything else in this.
For me, it's a no-brainer. It's bubbles. I absolutely positively loathe bubbles. I think they're the worst thing in the game, and they are something that should just disappear.
Yeah, so I go back and forth. Bubbles are a great candidate, especially because anything that you can't do anything to, like the rocks or the traps, bubbles. Like I hate enemies that you can't kill. And the bubbles. The thing that's nice though about the bubbles is that they can save the room. So as long as you don't leave the dungeon, they can, if it's a nasty enemy set that you have there and there's a bubble, all of a sudden that bubble that you hated earlier is going to be your best friend when you go back into the room and you don't have to clear out. Like this room, say, if this had a bubble in it and he left and visited 6 other rooms and respawned the enemies wouldn't respawn because the bubbles are considered an enemy that never left.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to think of. But it's all that same bubble that probably popped into you 4 or 5 times while trying to clear that room, that you were just sitting there cursing at until you finally managed to get that last enemy dead.
Yes, definitely. And let's not even talk about second quest red bubbles, because those are for sure the worst.
Now, have you played with the lovely advent that Fred put in of the red bubbles having slow-mo and reverse controls?
Yeah, so for me, I think the slow motion red bubble curse is the worst possible thing in the game because you just, okay, here we go. Fryteeth gets his wand. Very happy with that. He's gonna blow his recorder at this rope. Oh, and Alan Heffley finds a white sword in 3. So now he's gonna, if he swings both at the same time, he's able to do magical sword damage. As Fryteeth picks up his Triforce in 2. Yeah, but just to finish the thought, a slow bubble curse. For me, the inverted controller I can kind of get used to, unless it's blue and reds in the same room, and then that's kind of tricky. But the slow curse, walking so incredibly slow, and you can't clip anymore, forget it, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's only going to be in play on second quest mechanics, which this tournament does not have, thankfully.
Yeah, thank goodness. Second quest, some of the enemies roll up. You got super ropes. They kind of are flashing and have more HP than the regular ones. And then the Stalfos shoot sword beams like Lionel's, which is always...
Kind of just goes to show you exactly how variable this randomizer is, and just how tailored it can be to your own experience. You can kind of make it as easy or difficult as you want. You can have one-hit KO. You can have enemies that die right away themselves. Fred has put so much work into this. And just such a great experience, regardless of your level of gameplay. You can, like you said, we can turn off the overall randomization, so just the dungeons are shuffled. So just a lot of fun.
I totally agree. I think he's done a wonderful job, and I think that the integrity of the game hasn't changed. So I think that he does a really nice balance of keeping Zelda looking like Zelda, but there's just this randomized fun that happens with it. Fryteeth's going to jump back in here into 3. He's going to find his white sword, which will make an interesting decision for him to see if he checks mags once he's up near 6.
Well, he is back in 3, as you said. I'll be interested if he looks for this other item. It is just going to be a sword, which will be nice, and it's just kind of like a situation where the rich get richer. But you'll never say no to a white sword, especially when you have the Ganon fight looming on you.
Oh, absolutely. And there's no way he's not getting both items out of 3, with bow and silver still remaining. 3 is, of the dungeons you have left to clear, 3 is the one that's going to be the smallest. So you're going to clear everything out of 3 before you clear everything out of 6 or everything out of 8.
So this level 3 kind of looks like a second quest level 3, kind of mixed with the first quest level 3 almost.
Yeah, I can see that. The right hand side for sure for the second quest, and then the bottom of the largest segment just does kind of have that 3 feel.
Fryteeth sees his white sword, gonna pick it up. Probably be okay with it. I wouldn't say probably be super happy about it, but you'll never turn it down.
Yeah, I think at this point he's looking for, since bow and silver is still there, and that silver's, it's always nice to find the silvers early, because then the bow is not in 9, so you know that you don't have to dig 9. But white sword is like you said, you're never unhappy to see that unless you already have mags.
Yeah, and even if you do have mags, it's just like the kind of situation like, okay, thanks game, I appreciate you, but I don't need you now. At this point, he does have red ring, he does have white sword now. It kind of negates the magical sword almost. Now he doesn't have to take the extra time to go pick it up.
Oh, here we go. We see the heart container in the corner here for him. And TheAlanHeffley picks up his Triforce.
You kind of see the confidence on both runners now rising with almost every dungeon. They're starting to make room, good moves on the seed. So just a matter of Alan getting back to level 5 to grab his ladder. Yeah, he has the ladder, sorry.
Yeah, he's got the ladder. He needs to go back to 7 to get his ring. And he never went to the coast to get his any key. He's doing okay with keys right now, 6. So he still has to go back to 4 anyway. So maybe he's just thinking that he'll wait until he gets to 4. And I think Alan didn't clear out. Maybe he doesn't know that diamond staircases can drop items, because he is going back in here. I didn't see him pick up this container heart, and since he's back, he must not have seen it. And he didn't clear out that diamond staircase that the room he was just in with the Zol, so he might not be aware that those can drop items in shape.
Yeah, because that is kind of like a shape-specific type of deal, where it's not exactly apparent in vanilla.
If Fryteeth is going to grab this this take any up here on the raft spot,
And the fact that he grabbed the heart and not the potion.
Yeah, he's going for mag.
I mean, he does have 6 and 8 left, and there's wizards in both of them, so it's not a bad play.
No, definitely not.
And he needs the bow, so that means you're going to have to be digging those levels out. You can't just go and grab the Triforce and leave. So the fact that he probably has to clear them, getting an extra offense is going to be benefit.
Oh, and we're going to see a neat trick here on Fryteeth's side. This is going to be the Root Quarter, where he's actually going to clip into the water and then Recorder. And because the game takes, you see the raft going up there, so the game takes your position from there, which is going to get him right to this mag check. So that's an awesome play here. And of course, it didn't pay off for him because the game decided to be evil, and it is the maximum 14 hearts to get your magical sword. TheAlanHeffley is going back into.
Go ahead.
I was just saying that Alan's going back into 3. He needs to get out of here quick because this is just a heart. It's not going to help him, and he's just getting farther behind.
Yeah, it's kind of like that one last final slap in the face that the seeds is giving you. I mean, you do this dude Ben. You have 15 hearts. You're like, okay, I'll get my magical sword. I'll go into 6. I'll go into 8. I'll finish up. But oh, surprise! I can't get my magical sword, but I still have to go into level 6.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the good news is that he knows after this dungeon, he's going to have, at the very least, I would think, either magical sword or his bow. So something that is going to be good for him. There we go. Alan is getting out of here now. And Fryteeth finds a staircase item here in 6. Nope, just the transport.
Now, if you're Fryteeth, you have 6 and 8 left. If you find the Triforce before finding either item in level 6, do you leave and go to 8 for?
I think it depends on the item. If I find the bow, then yes, I leave. Bow, Triforce, I'm out of there. There's 3 items still in 8. But as far as if you find the silvers, then you know that the bow can't be a 9. So it just takes 2 possible. Oh man, Alan takes another death here and Spectacle Rock. But yeah, I would leave 6 unless he only has a few rooms left. That also plays into it.
Well, this should be one of our items. This should be our floor item. No, that's the other part of the staircase.
Yeah, he didn't take it, unfortunately. But we know that the next staircase we get to is going to be our item, since this is doesn't seem segmented. So this could be it right here.
Yep, it is. We'll see what we have here in level 6. We have a red candle. Thanks, game.
Okay, that's not helpful. And he's not even going to take that walk for that. Yeah, that I forgot that was still lingering out there. Yeah, red candle's not good. That's not good. So unfortunately, that means that it's going to be a floor drop here in 6. And Alan is also in 6. Oh, and we have a meat. Okay, no, that's not required because we've been above there. So meat not required in here. So that's one thing the game had going for it.
Fryteeth getting all the bombs out the blue Lionels.
Yep. Just like now we're finding all the keys. It's like the game knows what you need and doesn't give it to you until you don't need it. Needs to be careful in this room here. Here we go. Finally got some hearts. He's going to reset the room, see what spawns. Not a bad play. And this is my favorite thing about this game, is we're an hour and 29 minutes into this seed. These guys have done completely different things, and yet here we are, and they're in the exact same room, in the exact same spot, having a high five. I just love that. I think it's so cool how it always seems to end up in a race where people are doing the exact same thing.
And they're kind of in a situation right now where they both have everything the other one has other than a red ring. So Alan's making really good work of the seed on what he has. White sword now wand. He's starting to move quite a bit quicker. So that red ring is nice, but it's not going to be a make or break almost. Especially now that you have as many hearts as Alan does.
Yeah, I don't believe he has the Triforce out of 7 though, so he still has to clear 7. Whereas Fryteeth, once he gets his Triforce and whatever item out of here, so really, okay, and it's just a heart. So now Fryteeth knows he's going to get mags, and he just needs the Triforce, and then he can bail, and we're going to have a party in 8.
I mean, because that's what you want to do when you're an hour 30 into the seed. Dig the second biggest dungeon in the game for 1 item.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the nice thing about 8, at least when he leaves for there, is there's 3 items and 2 staircases. Oh no, actually no. What am I saying? They already got the double banana out of 8, so it's literally the floor item that's left. Yeah, that's not good. But this is good. He's got his compass here, so at least it tells him exactly where the Triforce is. And of course, it's the one room down there that he didn't go into. Watch it just be laying on the ground.
Yeah, so that means we have to clear basically every single room in that level 8, which is just a head shaker because it is another line of wizards.
Yeah, knowing that, I still think that Fryteeth has a pretty sizable lead, seeing as how he's got that red ring and has already cleared 7. Since we know that, what I was going to say before he found the heart container is that for Alan, I think, to make up some hay here, he would have had to hope that Fryteeth left 6, and that he would have found the bow and silvers on the floor.
Keith's Ganon's best guardian of the Triforce.
Yep, Fryteeth gets his Triforce out of 6, and he's going to be heading over to 8.
Gonna stop and grab that mags. Just he's here. He might as well.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this is going to take 10 seconds, and it's going to drastically improve his combat.
Alan making a very good use of his bombs in this room. Just not a pleasant room, even with a lot of hearts and white sword. Those central turrets are the worst.
And Fryteeth's making the play to go back to 1. He's going to take out these wizrobes with glee, I guess, with this magical sword. He's going to make them pay.
Yeah, and they still are wizards, so they still aren't friendly. But magical sword, you kind of just want to go and just shred them.
And you get his heart. At least he did it quickly. So now he knows he's going to have to clear 8. I don't mind that play at all. 1, even with the wizrobes, he's going to be able to clear that out in seconds, as you were just able to see. He had only a couple of rooms left. So now he knows he's got... And Alan's doing a great job here in 6, clearing out this Lionel room, which is not easy. And he's met with another Lionel room.
I mean, I think that's kind of in the story of the siege, just Lionel room into Wizrobe room into Lionel room into Keith's room and back into Lionel.
Yep, and he's found his map. I think his So he's already got the Triforce out of there. He's just looking for his item. And Fryteeth still has a lot of this 8 to explore. Hopefully he's able to get in there. It's kind to him, and he's able to get the Triforce and the floor drop, which is going to be the bow. And then on to 9 to find his silvers.
I don't have the count on how many rooms are here in level 8, but it's actually kind of looks on the smallish side almost for level 8. Which is nice because we have to clear out every single room to find this floor drop almost.
Yeah, the that top little bit there that he's in now is kind of what I would do. He finds the Triforce, so that's good. That's one piece of the puzzle. He knows this is going to be nothing, because that room will never drop anything other than whatever the enemies drop themselves. And this is not the transport you were looking for. And I think that's the smart play. Take the Triforce out of here so that you don't have to go to this top corner ever again. As TheAlanHeffley is also in 8. So we're going to have another high 5 here. They're going to be in the same room probably anytime now.
I mean, at this point, I guess we are pretty much almost guaranteed silvers and 9. I can't think of another dungeon that we haven't seen everything in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Fry's tracker. I just took a peek, and he has everything cleared out, and he's already got the silvers and the heart container in the 9 boxes. So he knows what he needs to do.
Rude seed is rude. Gonna make you clear out the lovely level 9 for 1 item. Thanks, game. Oop, that was our... Nope, okay. It looked like you got something. I think he saw it too, because he kind of stopped on this
yeah, he did.
Pool.
What was that? Yeah, I think it was just a key.
I thought I saw a flash of blue, and I was like, but no, it can't be, because we have both bananas here.
Oh yeah, the just above where he was, actually, a couple rooms north, where was our banana party.
All the potassium in Hyrule.
And Alan's not going to clear out that Stig Dogger, but that can be a drop. And Patra, which is not going to be a problem with the magical sword. And he's got it locked in here now. No problem at all. Just bombs. You're able to see just, I mean, he's able to clear these rooms so much easier than Alan is with the red ring, and especially having the mags. It's almost not even fair. Oh, I saw that Triforce room and I was thinking this might just be the bow just laying here on the ground. Alan takes a death, Fryteeth up in A's, and we are back in the same room again. Gonna give it another go. He's got to get into that other corner there. The little one part that he hasn't explored yet.
Yeah, the lovely level 8 world tour. I mean, at this point, this seed, with as many as it's been, it's gonna make it go 100% it. And level 9 will probably be the same thing, where we have to clear every single level 9.
Yeah, to find all all 8 staircases. I guess technically all 14 staircases, but the 6 transports and then the 2 items. Alan sees the Triforce on his side. He's going to take a note of where that is probably and keep looking for the...
Fry going to jump into this transport and see where it takes him up on the upper right-hand side.
Yep. Let's see if he clears this. He's going to clear this Dig Dogger. Let's see if this guy has our item.
2 hits with Magical Sword, so there's no reason not to clear it. Yeah, and here's some Wizards for us.
Yep, so let's be careful here. You don't want to take a death. Oh, okay. I would have at least wanted to go up through that bomb hole and see if the Dig Dogger had our item, but you know, it's tricky. And now we're hour 41 in, so these guys are doing good. Just to finish this out as strong as they are, I'm really impressed with their ability to kind of keep moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Please give both of them a follow for a heck of a series of races. Fryteeth in game 1 looks in control of this race as well, but that's not to say Alan isn't deserving of the follow as well. He's put on a really tough show here. The seat has not been friendly, so definitely show Alan some support as well.
Oh, definitely. I mean, both of these runners are doing a great job with this. This has been one of the worst seeds that I've seen in the tournament so far, if not the worst. And you know, we're close. We're almost here. Okay, so this was not the item, so we know that. But yeah, these guys are doing a great job.
And of course, let's give a quick shout out to OPT Lawyer for picking up the restream, as well as the tracking on really short notice. Thank you, OPT, for stepping in and helping us out, as well as my co-com today, J Smash. Please give both OPT and J Smash a follow for a heck of a night helping us out here in Randomania and the tournament in general.
Yep, absolutely. OPT Lawyer coming in clutch tonight for sure. So Fryteeth's gonna go back, head over here. Might be worth it this time trying to kill some of these enemies and forcing a fairy drop, just so that it gives you a little more of a heart buffer. He's been through here a couple times. At the very least, I think that he needs to kind of collect himself a little bit and take a pause because he can definitely clear all these guys out. He's just trying to go fast and I totally agree. I know where he's at, but you know, take his time with them, which he's doing a good job now, and just kind of kill them one by one. Avoid the beams as best as you can.
And there's our bow just hanging out on the ground.
There we go. Of course, Blue Wizards held the bow. And we're up to from 9.
Shift 4. We knew that the bow was in level 8 because the bow can never be in level 9. Therefore, he had to clear level 8. There was no discussion about going to 9 until he got that bow.
Yeah, with the important item flag, that is going to basically keep everything. The game considers important items to be the bow, the ladder, the power bracelet, the recorder, and the raft. And silvers are not considered important items because those can be in 9 and in vanilla.
So with Fryteeth in level 9, what's he looking for here, J Smash?
Well, first he's looking for his silvers because he needs those to kill Ganon. He's gonna be listening for a roar of the pig because then he knows that he's one room away, and he's looking for a shutter door, just like that one. Except when he clears the enemies out of the room, he's hoping that they do not open, because then he knows that that is where the princess is hiding. So since he's looking for silvers, he's going to be looking for staircase, so push block rooms. he's going to clear, and all the shutter door rooms he's not clear, but clip in and peek into.
So when you go into level 9, what's your strategy if you still need silvers? Do you take every staircase and try to mark off 2 at a time, or does that kind of throw off your game?
No, I do exactly what Fryteeth is doing, and I mark off. I like to finish a staircase as I go, and if I think I'm behind, which at an hour and 45 minutes I would think that I was behind, I take staircases anyways. Oh, here we go. This is nice. It's going to get his map. That's going to help out a lot. Ooh, and it's a good one. There's not a whole lot of holes in that one.
Oh, well, there's some very quick silver arrows. Fryteeth has everything it needs. We just need to find the pig and the girl at this point.
Yes, absolutely. So that was a great find. That was the one nice thing that the game did. The seed was to give it early silvers. Yeah, but I don't like to clear staircase rooms that I don't need to clear. So if I see a staircase, a transport staircase, I will take it just so that I know what's on the other.
A little surprised he didn't finish off that last career to see if that was Zelda's room or not. Gonna take out this Gliok instead. That door does open though.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Maybe he's gonna. I mean, that could be her too because there's no door there. So I bet he'll. If he doesn't go back, I bet he marked it on his tracker as a potential.
I will say, chat, if you guys do hear a roar, please let me and Jay Smash know because we don't have audio at the moment as far as the runners go.
And according to chat, maybe they just heard the Gliok roar, and that's what the roar is. Because the bosses that are in 9 will roar. So Patra, Gliok, Aqua Menace, all the different bosses have their roar. And it can mask Ganon's roar. I guess some people are able to hear it. I can never hear it, so I just clear everything out and leave the room and come back.
Yeah, I personally can't hear the Ganon twins over the boss roar either. Some people says it sounds like a little ping of metal almost, but I personally can't hear.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I wasn't sure if it was just like a trick that they played on the new guys. To have us just like listening to different roars, but I can definitely not discern the difference.
So now you're in level 9. You have your silvers. You're just looking for Ganon and just looking for Zelda. Do you still jump into every staircase?
So this is what I was saying earlier. I do in this case if I think I'm behind, which I think I would at an hour and 47 minutes. Because I figure that the only reason why the other person that I'm running against hasn't finished yet is because 9 is being 9 and being super trolly. So I'm going to take every staircase. I'm going to go left at the start. I'm going to do everything that I normally wouldn't do, basically just because I'm thinking that 9 is being more difficult than normal. But otherwise, I like to do what most people do, which is head up the initial column that you are in, go north and here as far as you can go, up until you're one row from the top, and because that way you've listened to 3 columns at once, and then I like to cut across all the way over into the middle, so that I'm in the column that he's in now. That way I can listen to 3 more columns at the same time. If the game lets me do that. Obviously, most of the time you can't. You have to kind of zigzag your way through there.
Do you track 9 in any specific way? Do you have a method that works better for you?
So I've tried a lot of different things. I tried not tracking, which did not work. So I highly recommend tracking. Some people, I guess, just have a really big brain that I was not blessed with. So I definitely track. I used to do it on paper, but I found that my hands were getting too sloppy, and I would end up like smearing I would just use like an expo marker, and my hands were smearing what was going on, and I wasn't able to read what was going on. So I use the Z Helper program, and I track every staircase, and basically, if I go through a room like he's about to go through here, I'll kind of hover over to that tile, and then if there's a door there that I don't go through, I'll mark it on my tracker so that I know to go back there at some point.
Yeah, tracking level 9 was one of my big holdups in the Randomizer when I first started playing. It is still one of my Achilles' heels. I have gotten better at it. It just something that you have to practice. You have to learn to be efficient with your. Oh, that's a lovely room.
Yeah, and I also like to mark these shoot rooms as well, so that I know not to do that.
Yeah, learning track 9 is definitely a very helpful skill. And I mean, like you said, some people just have the brain for it and can do it without tracking. I personally can't. I have in the past, but I found my times are much faster when I have track.
Yes, I think for sure. I had a really bad experience in one of the battle royales over the summer that I actually finished dead last in. I was in 9 for an hour. I'd already killed Ganon, and I had Ganon killed before anybody had finished, and I was in level 9 for an hour plus, just looking for Zelda. And it was just one of those times where it was a bomb hole to a magical staircase, and literally everybody else finished before I was able to find her. So after that, I thought, okay, I gotta figure this out.
Looking at TheAlanHeffley's side, he was very close to where the bow was. Unfortunately, Blue Wizard's doing what Blue Wizards do best, sending him back to start.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got hit by the Dig Dogger earlier too, so I think he knows that's his corner. He just hasn't been able to get it done. He's still on his green tunic, so it's tricky, man. This has been a really hard seed, and now he's almost 2 hours in. I definitely I feel for him. I've been there.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier. Just the heart of both of these guys for fighting this out and putting on a show for us to watch has been great. So please show them both some support.
And you know, on Fryteeth's side, he's been in 9, and all he needs is to kill the pig and find the princess, and he just cannot find what he's looking for. And you know, he's sweating bullets.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's been in 9 for, I don't know what the exact time is now. It's got to be at least 7-8 minutes. So if you're in 9, you got to think my opponent's going to be on my back at this point, especially being almost an hour 52 in.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that he got his Triforce out of 8 at like an hour 36, but he still had to clear to get the bow, so there was some time out.
And this is the bow room for Alan, as long as you can take out these last 2 witch robes. 1 left, and he gets down, he gets the bow. Alan
there
is
we
in
go.
mode.
Okay, yeah, now he's got his bow.
Oh, Alan only needs 2 Triforces left, so he's actually not as far back as it looks. He just needs, I didn't see what the 2 were, but he is only 2 behind. It looks like he was missing the ones in 7 and the 1 in 6.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Those are the bigger ones that he dipped out of earlier.
Piercing Mountain, yes, he does need silver, so he does need to get him out of level 9. I meant as far as he's going out for 1 through 8 at this point. Just because, well, I guess in his mind they could still be in level 7. But he knows that most of them are cleared.
So Fryteeth needs to get to this bottom left corner of 9. So at this point, he's cleared out everything over to the east side and most of the top left. It's just below this room here. This is where he needs to bomb. And it's definitely worth killing this guy here because he knows that that Ganon can be that room next to him, but the roar might be.
Yeah, I personally kill every boss I see in level 9 until I find Ganon. Just because I've been burned so many times, even if I see one or two rooms in, I will still take the time to kill it, just because it's a boss.
Yep, I totally agree. And I think he hears something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's Ganon right there. The way he was moving made it look that there was definitely a roar, and he has found Ganon, and there's a short door to the south. So that very well could be Zelda as well. Because we have not seen a short door that isn't open yet.
Yep, and
just 4 hits with the magical sword.
Yep, I was just about to say, magical sword makes this a pretty easy fight. Of course, he's low health, so he's going to go ahead and head back to start, but at least now he knows exactly where he is. It's going to be a quick journey back to him. He'll finish him out.
Yeah, I think Fryteeth tracks pretty well, so I think he knows how to get back there pretty quickly. Ganon's still here, so he'll still do quite a bit of damage. One full heart with a hug, and then Fireball's still here too.
Yeah, so on Green Tunic, he's going to do 4 hearts of damage since he is green currently, but he has his tunic color shuffled, so he actually has the red ring. So that's why 1 hug is going to do 1 heart damage.
For TheAlanHeffley, grabbing the Triforce in 4, so he just needs 1 more Triforce. Alright, so he must have the 1 out of 6 then. He must not. He must have to go back to level 7 still.
And here we go, round 2, and he's going to go into the bottom corner here and try to get him off. Get him to the side here. Here we go. If he can get us. Okay, Ganon is not being nice and spawning on the other side. Takes another hit. There we go. He's got him down.
And we'll see if Zelda's to the room to the south, and
she's got to be down here somewhere.
Oh well, not directly south,
there
but the south enough.
2 rooms down. GG. Get your GGs out in chat for them. This was a really tough seed. 1 hour and 57. He finishes with an official SRL time of 1:57:18. And with that, Fryteeth will take the series as he won game 1. So Fryteeth is going to advance on. And it kind of just gets worse from here. This bracket that he's in. This is going to set him off against Zarnax 42 with Random Effect, Sea Falcon, and Jam Evil as the other people lurking in the bracket. So congratulations to Fryteeth, your winner for this evening. And we see Mega Man 3 is our recorder theme.
We'll see if Fryteeth wants to come chat with us. He may want to take a little bit of a break.
And TheAlanHeffley is he's still going. He's going to finish this out. He's heading up to level 7, which is great. If he digs out the items, then that's going to give him a red ring, which will help him out. He's looking for silvers for sure, but he'll probably be okay with his ring if he finds it. He might just take the Triforce and go. And I think Fryteeth's just getting his stuff together, and then he will join us here shortly.
Alright, it does look like we do have Fryteeth with us. So that was a seed and a half, huh, my friend?
Yeah.
That kind of says it all. Yeah, you don't have to tell us your thoughts, because I don't know that we can hear some of the words that you would have to say for this.
I don't know. At one point, I forgot when it was. I walked into a room and just started laughing. I think I was most of the way through 4 and found another ladder block, and it just got funny at that point.
Yeah, there was that one. You needed a couple of keys. You had to go back in and get the keys, come back in, and then it was a Chevy room, I think, that opened up with some beluga.
Yeah, that's the room.
I think the first head-to-desk moment was when you bought the key to go into level 4, open the door south, just as soon as the key door.
Yeah. Fortunately, I had saved at that point, so I got the key back, but that might have been the only thing I did right.
I think just finishing the seed was you were doing something right. You guys both struggled right away. I think we were 40 minutes in when we found the recorder on TheAlanHeffley's side. It was something like that. And so he found the recorder first, and you found the red ring. And then it was like game on. You just turned on the jets, and then you were able to kind of make stuff happen.
Yeah, the red ring opened it up, but then I figured I'd get magical sword, and that would really open things up. And then it was 14 hearts for magical sword.
Yeah, that was that was like one more just kind of kicking the face that the game was giving you. Of course, it had to go that way.
Yeah, it fit the rest of the seed.
Yeah, exactly.
At least the silvers were easy to find.
Yeah, that was right, your third staircase, I think.
I think it was my second staircase.
I think you took the first staircase you found, and that dumped you off, and then it was just one room left. That staircase was the silvers.
Yep.
Yeah, so all in all, it just kind of seed where there was a lot of blocks and a lot of annoying combat. Having Lionels and Wizards together wasn't exactly the most fun of things. Alan's in level 7. He has the full Triforce. He just needs silvers. He has his bow at a level 8. He's looking in level 7 looking for silvers at the moment. Gonna find his red ring momentarily. But yeah, he's done this whole seed without the red ring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was for sure the difference. He was able to, as he's going to pick up his second bomb upgrade now to give him 12 max capacity. And I think he's close to his ring. I think it's as he stabs the old man. That was the deciding factor, I thought. You got that ring. It just seemed to give you a lot more confidence to clear things out, especially with all the whiz robes and the Lionels that you guys found. And once you found that, and then the ladder, I think, was the next big item, because that just unlocked everything else.
Yeah, the ladder was huge, especially because spent close to an hour key starved in that seed, and it was the ladder that was blocking the any key.
Alan picks up his red ring. He is going to 9.
Yeah, I totally agree. The getting that any key was all the difference, because there was a couple of ladder blocks there, and you had the key blocks. It was just like one block after another. So once you got the ladder, you got the any key. Then you were. I mean, the game still tried, though. It really did its best to make it tricky for you.
Yeah, found everything but that last heart container in 9. I wonder if that was the room behind Ganon. Between Ganon and Zelda was the last heart container.
Yeah, that was probably the only other nice thing that the game did. It made you hunt for both of them, but once you found Ganon, you knew Zelda was. She had to be. I mean, you had cleared out the entire right side of that dungeon, so once you found him, there was a good chance that she was pretty close behind.
Mm-hmm. And
well,
I almost full cleared 7 right at the start, and I decided, no, there's too much of 7 left to clear, or I was short on bombs or something, so I didn't, or I would have had the red ring, maybe 20 minutes into the seed.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to go sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I do stand corrected. It looks like Alan is going back into level 1 to clear out that last Wizard Room.
So, Fryteeth, do you have any thoughts moving forward into this bracket? You're going to go up against Zarnax 42, which I'm sure it's going to be a really great match.
No, I'm just glad to be moving on after that seed, and you know, if I had lost that one, we would have had another one to play tonight. So I think I'm glad that this is it for the night.
And Alan is has taken a death here, and he has decided to forfeit the race. So this race is officially over. Let's see, he forfeits at 2:05:30. So GG to TheAlanHeffley and Fryteeth. Really tough seed, really hard going through here. And I think this was just kind of goes to show you what sort of troll the game can throw at you.
All right, well, I think I'm going to get out. Thanks for the commentary, thanks for the tracking, and thanks for the restream. I know we had someone jump in last minute, so thanks to LPT for jumping in on that. And next round, the first seed can't be as bad, right?
Well, here's hoping after that mess. Alright, so then with that, we want to say thank you here from Randomania. Thank you to OPT Lawyer, J Smash, of course, both Fryteeth and TheAlanHeffley. I was Dark Falls. We will see you guys for another match later on tonight. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you next time.